Hello friends, welcome to datamaking.com. In this video I am going to give you overview of Apache HBase. Apache HBase. So what is HBase? HBase is a distributed, scalable big data store. It is a NoSQL, one of the NoSQL data store. NoSQL means not only SQL. So it is a different category. It's alternative to RDBMS. So in RDBMS we have a SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL. Like that, in NoSQL category you have many more NoSQL data store. So one of the data store is HBase. HBase is based on the Google Big Table. It's a column oriented HBase is a column oriented database or data store. It is also follows master slave architecture. It gives a set of features. Linear scalability. So if you create a table in HBase and store data into that, your data is distributed into multiple machines. Actually, in this terminology, they call it in multiple nodes. Okay. Then it provides strictly consistent read and write, meaning consistent meaning all the users will see same data. All the users will see the same data. So if some user is writing a data, same time if user sees the data, he will be seeing the latest data. So all users will see the consistent data. There won't be any mismatch, like one user seeing different version of data, another user sees different version of data. So it provides automatic and configurable sorting of tables, meaning your table is horizontally splitted and sharded and resides in tables in different slave nodes. So it provides automatic failover support between region servers. So as I mentioned, it follows master slave architecture. The master node has a daemon called hmaster. Slave nodes will have a daemon called region servers, which will take care of serving data to the client. So it provides automatic failover support between region servers. So HBase data model. So RDBMS table is comprised of rows and columns. So in HBase, each row is identified by unique column called row key, which will have unique values, and you have another terminology called column family. Basically it's a grouping of columns. Okay, so example, I have an employee data which I want to store in HBase table. So how I design HBase table is, when I create a HBase table, so I know like table name, so I have to define column family while creating HBase table. So column family, it's a grouping of column. So example, these are the column which I am going to have it in HBase in employee table in HBase. So I will have an employee name and a city and a designation and a salary. So I can group these columns. Say name and city, I can make it as a personal data column family, and designation and salary I can make as a professional data. So So when I create a table, I have to give the table name as employee, and I have to give the column family. I can have one or n number of column families. So while creating a table, I'll be providing a table name and column family names. So column can be created on the fly, like while inserting data into the table, I can create a columns. It provides a schema-less architecture. Like once you define a column family, you can have n number of columns inside the column family. So row key is automatically indexed. So your data is your rows are horizontally distributed in multiple region servers. So this is a HBase data model, so each cell can be identified. Suppose example city. I want to find out the city of the employee ID. That is Hyderabad. If you want to identify this cell, which holds a data called Hyderabad, value called Hyderabad, I have to provide a row key which is 1, and column family, it's a personal data, and qualifier. The column here in HBase column, we call it as column qualifier. Okay, so what I have to provide is, I have to provide the row key and the column family column qualifier and the timestamp. So each value in HBase is having a different timestamp. So basically each cell will have multiple version of data. Suppose when I inserting employee ID 1, he resides in Hyderabad. So after 2 months, if he is relocated to some other city, say example Mumbai, so I can update the city, right? So if I update the city as Mumbai, so this cell will have 2 version of data. It will not overwrite like RDBMS. It will append the value. So always when you query the data for particular row, you get the latest version of the data from the particular cell. That is HBase data model. So it is also one of the ecosystem component in Hadoop. It's a column-oriented database for real-time read and update. So let me introduce you HBase architecture. So as I mentioned, it's a master-slave architecture. A master daemon is called HMaster, and slave daemons, I can have multiple slave daemons in each node. So it's called region servers. Okay, so and we are using one more component in HBase is called Zookeeper. It's a coordination service between HMaster and region servers. Okay, so whenever the client want to create a table, he'll just, so always client will talk to the Zookeeper. Zookeeper will in turn will talk to HMaster to create the tables. All data definition commands will be handled by HMaster. The data insert and update or deletion or select, all will be served through region servers. Region server. Okay, the Zookeeper will have metadata about your location of tables and the data. So if you again drill down the region server will have horizontal portion of one of the horizontal split of your table. Say example, I have I have 10 rows in my HBase table. So I have 2 region server as per this diagram. So 5 rows will be stored on first region server, and another next 5 rows will be stored on region server 2. And so again, when I come into region server, so I have something called region. Basically, the region will have the particular region is for particular table horizontal split. Okay, so if, as I mentioned, so a region can serve multiple tables, right? So each table will have different regions. Inside region, I have two things: store, something called store. Store is nothing but will handle your column family data. Okay, so region will have the horizontal split of your data, like entire 5 rows, and again it is subdivided into a store. Each store is managed by particular column family values. So as in the previous example, we have seen we have two column family. One is personal data, another is professional data. So this column family data is handled by one store, and the next column family, professional data, is handled by the another column family. So another column family, so it is stored in the store. Okay, so inside store you have actually two main things. One is mem store, which is in-memory buffer. Whenever we client writes inserted data, that will be first written into something called val write ahead log, or it can say h log. So it first write into val write ahead log, then it writes into in-memory buffer called mem store. Okay, then whenever the mem store is filled, it actually flush the data as a h file or store file, you can say store file. Okay, so then that store file is stored in the HDFS using DFS client. So until the data is flushed into h file, the data will be resided on mem store. Okay, so once it is written into as a flush file, it will be cleared from val. So until data is flushed as h file, the data will be in the both mem store and region h log, or we can say val. That's all about this HBase architecture. If you want, thank you very much. If you want more details, please log on to the datamaking.com. Thank you.